Hi Stampin' friends. Tonight we're going to use the Tricks and Treats bundle. It has Trick or Treat and Eek, and then it has a little Frankenstein and a little Count Dracula, and then a thing of tombstones and a ghost and a spooky haunted house. So we're going to give this a try, and I couldn't figure out a way to show you in real time the glow in the dark, because it's like I was covering over, blocking the light, but it still didn't block enough light. So that may be something that we'll just have to see in pictures. That'll make it a little easier. The first thing I did was pick a sort of strange color scheme. I wanted to kind of do something a little different. I don't know if you'll notice in this set, it has a place for you to color the face of the character and then stamp it over with black. So what I was kind of thinking was that if we just went ahead and used the color we wanted it to be in the cardstock, that it might be possible to just stamp it in that color and basically cut out a step, because I'm kind of lazy. So I wanted us to try that first. So let's see how that turns out if we can find the black ink. So 1 second. Okay, there it is. So sorry. All right, so I've got my Memento black now, and I have, this is my little Frankenstein, and this is his little face on here. Just gonna kind of stamp it like that. You can see his features kind of begin to show up. So there's that. Then I'm gonna just try to line it up on the paper that I've already previously die cut. So I think it's definitely important to try and line up his bolts on the side of his head, because they stick out, and then just kind of the top of his head. So let's see how that worked out. I've got a couple, so if I make a mistake, that's too bad. Okay, so I didn't get it perfect on there, but you can see that that probably is acceptable for most of us. I'm gonna go ahead and try again, just to try and see if I can get him just to look a little bit cuter. And then probably I'm gonna scrape across there and try to get it to hold the ink just a little better on his hair. Okay. This around here, put it down. I'm going to try to push it down just a little bit. Try and get it not quite so far down. Let's see here. I'm somewhat more happy with that. You can see that little guy. And then I'm going to do the same thing with our little Count Dracula. So I've got his face here. For some reason, they made his face and his hairline separate. So I'm not really sure what the plan is with that, but okay. Oh, I got it kind of down in there. I don't know if that's gonna stamp correctly or not. That may be kind of a mess, we'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put it right where it feels like his face would go. Well, there's his little face right there. Then find his hairline. I put it on this paper pumpkin block so I could find it, and then just line up. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of scraping on that, try to get more ink. Okay, and line it up with his ears. They kind of come down in front of his ears, the little hair does. Okay, and then that. Okay, so there we are with our little spooky Dracula. Okay, other pieces that are in this are our little ghost here. I've done this in white, and so it allows for a lot of contrast with against the black. And then I've done this piece which goes around where you stamp your trick or treat. Just kind of makes a fun and slightly creepy shaped design here. But I think if you were using this with something else, it could still be useful, especially if you have any stamps that seem to kind of go vertical. Then there is also, let's see here, a fantastic boo. So this boo, I cut this one out of our pattern paper. Okay, let me see. There we are. That's easier to see. Out of the one of the Halloween papers that has moons and bats on it. And I think that will look a lot of fun. Like on contrast, you can see against the purple here, the fresh freesia, what that looks like. This is actually the glow in the dark paper. So I think that will look striking. And then we have a really fun and simple way to do candy corn, where you just make the middle piece big, and then you have a top and a bottom. Most of the candy corn you see is typically like this. You could do it anyway. Of course, you could do pinks. I see a lot of those at Valentine's Day and stuff. Then I also did the houses because I wanted to kind of play with that. Did those in several different colors. And then it also comes with little tags where you can put eek on the side, and that would be super cute. And then there is also a little treat box. So for each thing that you do, you're going to need 2. It also comes with, and I wanted to kind of show you this, it comes with an edge here that you can use to make the top of your box have a little jaggedy edge, which does kind of mimic typically the way a Frankenstein looks, but also is just kind of a cute look for the top of a bag. So all I'm doing here is I'm just going to go in and trim right there, trim that away. And then here I'm going to just trim this away. And the next thing will just be to fold these pieces and then add my adhesive. Okay. And when I use these in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I do have kind of a wrong side. So I'm putting the wrong side in, of course. And then let's look here how this works. I'm just going to kind of do it like this. And then for me, I prefer to have this decorative side on the outside so that like the larger side is on the outside. And then it just makes a little box that's about this size. We'll go ahead and put this together. I'm just showing you basically, the size that we're talking about here. So go ahead and grab my tear and tape adhesive. I'm just going to put it across here. And then tear. And across here. And then tear. You do want to use this instead of our regular, like this Stampin' Seal, because it is going to be a tighter hold. And then I'm going to put a little bit on this side. I'm going to do, whoops, like that. And a little bit here. So I'm going to tuck that on the inside. And you wouldn't necessarily have to make that the inside. I just kind of decided to. And that's just to hold those down. So, not super necessary to do that. So now that you can see I've got these 2 different pieces, what I'm going to want to do is put some adhesive on the inside to hold it as well. To hold it just together to each other. So I'm just going to take a piece of the tear and tape and just put it right across here so that it will definitely be covered up. They don't completely overlap, so I'm just putting it right out here along this outer edge. Okay, so I'm gonna, that will make this one then be the inside, if that makes any sense. Okay, so this is my piece with the adhesive, so this one's gonna go here. And then I'm just going to line these up. Whoops, I accidentally caught that against it there. I'm going to line these up. Well, I'm sorry, I'm very fumbly. And get this where it's right even. There. And then it's good. I don't know what I did with my, interesting. I'm not sure what I did with my bone folder, but this is a great place to use it, is to go in and smooth those down as you're working. So then I'm going to do this one, get this edge even. And same thing. I guess I can use this right here. It'll work just fine. Okay. And then I just want to make the bottom, make sure it's square and neat, and then seal that up. So then you've got this put together. And once you've done that, you're ready to decorate it with any one of these things. Could be super, super easy and sweet. And so you may not like my color scheme on this, but I was just trying to do something just a little bit different. So this would be one way. It also comes with, I wanted to show you this because I didn't necessarily think I wanted this every time, but it has these little holes here that you can use to punch either, punch some little holes so that you can put some straps, going across the top to make it into a more bag-like bag, I guess you'd say. But for the first time, I just kind of wanted to do this. Now, one way you could finish this is to just put black across here and use your little face of your Frankenstein just to stamp on it. So that's one option. Okay, so you could put your, I'm having a little bit, there we go, your ghost on there, or you could put him under a piece of, if you want to make it more obvious, put him on a piece of black. And this is going to be a pretty simple little embellishment. Now, one thing I do like about the new wider black gingham, I think it is really nice with the glow-in-the-dark paper when it's not dark. So it's kind of the same color. It's kind of a very vanilla color in a way. So a little bit creamier than the regular. Let me show you it as well. They're right here together. I might as well. And this one with the white, because it's whiter. I don't know if you can tell a difference, but either one would work. But I just think it kind of makes it kind of a cutesy thing there. So you could put this on there and then have your little tag off to the side. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to stamp a few more of these things and just see how they turn out, and then try to put together some into cards. I couldn't decide what to do for the cards, so you'll have to watch me do it, which is kind of boring, but I'm going to go ahead and fold some card fronts. I'm going to do some in black, and I was thinking about doing each of the colors, and then that would make a cute kind of a background for a lot of these that are the same color. Like if I could use this one. Whoops, I'm not seeing that well. Hold on. Okay. And then I could use this background piece here. And to me, this makes a nice, if you don't want to pop it up on anything, you could just put this on here and you can kind of see him. And if you use we're going to try this later. I don't know if it will stamp on the glow in the dark paper, but I was just thinking how cute this would be as, like he's just like hopping along there, just kind of by himself, and just kind of make it pop a little more. Now, on the opposite kind of direction, you could use your base piece and do it in like the fresh freesia. Oh, I said the wrong thing. This is what I meant. Put it here with I probably should tell you the colors. This is, of course, the soft seafoam. A really pretty, light, soft green. And you could, again, put your black circle and then pop him on that and just kind of make a little Halloween vignette around him, some sparkles. And this right here is the cutest thing that we'll use with these are glow-in-the-dark ghosts and bats. And we will use this, let's see, this is item number 165220. It's the glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts, and we'll put that around the house because I think that they are perfectly sized for the little house. Okay, so where are my little houses? I guess my houses are all white. I intended to have a peach house because I think that would make, I was wanting to make a really fun, oh, here they are. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Okay, we'll do a white and a peach. We'll see if we can get that stamped up nicely. here's my little house, my memento. See how my idea turns out. Who knows if it's even gonna work. Now, of course, when you're doing this yourself, it's always gonna turn out better if you stamp and then die cut. But for the interest of not watching me crank the handle on the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I think this will make a cute look as well. Just getting pretty close with this. And can't tell if I have it even. Well, anyway, it's some kind of way right there. Now, the only reason for me that I was kind of like, oh, the white is really nice, is because once we have the white done, we can do this and then take a Stampin' Right marker in a yellow. Probably want to grab the Daffodil Delight, and then you can make it look like on the inside there is some light glowing. Now, this isn't really the way this is done. It's really done with it's like window panes, but I think it still kind of looks a little glowy, even though it is the window panes. And then a little dot here, up here at the top, and then over here. So, anywho, I think that makes kind of a simple kind of look with that. Let's also go ahead and try to stamp our Trick or Treat. Whoops, hope I didn't need that. I don't think I did. This Trick or Treat on a couple of our little medallion die cuts. Let's see here. Try to line that up the way that makes sense. Who knows? Maybe I've done it, maybe I haven't. Yep, there we go. So there you can see how neatly that fits in there. And then I'm going to try next our house on our petal pink, which makes our orange. So it's still an orange, purple, and green Halloween color scheme, but it's just lightened up. So let's see here if we can get that. Oh, I don't think it's inked up well. Okay, that might be a little better. I can always use a black Stampin' Right marker or a black blend to fill in any places that don't look super great when I'm finished. Okay, oh, that's over to the side, kind of far. Sorry, but there you can see how that looks. Okay, so I'm sorry I seem like I'm kind of all over the place on this, but it's like I wanted to show you the treat basket, but then I also wanted to show you simple cards, but then also this card. Okay, so let's pick our card base, which I think I'm going to go with this Fresh Freesia. And then I'm going to use the soft seafoam. And I'm going to put 3 black circles, kind of like this. So typically you do, it doesn't matter, you can have the 2 on this side or you can have the 2 on this side. It's just kind of up to you. I think I'm going to go this way, that way, for you looking at it. And then you could put your people on there like this, your little characters on your house. And I think that makes a very simple and striking card. And then one other thing, I thought I had a 3rd circle that was smaller. And so I was thinking that would be perfect to put the boo on, the little black on this, with this boo on it. It would be super sweet, and you'd just kind of be finished, and you could put your Trick or Treat inside the card. So let's go ahead and kind of work on putting together this little guy with some black and some other colors, and just kind of see how we might go ahead and finish this up using those glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts that we were talking about. Okay, and I've got to make some decisions here about what I'm going to put with what. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I'm going to add a black layer here. I'll just go ahead and do that. I also think it would be cute to have the gosh, what am I trying to say? The graveyard around the house, as if that's just kind of part of it as well. And then also to have the, have them with a, like a bigger piece of paper here that makes more, let me show you. This is kind of what I was going for here. So like this. How about that? It's easier to show than it is to say for me sometimes lately. I'm so tired from my work that I have going. So you might put your boo right there, or maybe it looks better there. Oh, it does look better there. So much better. And then put your house maybe here. Maybe I should have done it the other direction. Let's see here. Try it, see which one you like. That, and then put it right like that. And then you could put your trick or treat over to the side. Kind of do it like that. Boom. Maybe I'll do trick or treat over here. So you've got your trick or treat there in your house. And I would go ahead and make this a little bit darker. The only reason this is white is just so that I can have that yellow contrast in this one. So then I will get out my little guys here and put my ghost coming out of one of the windows. Doesn't matter which one. Probably this top one is probably the most striking. And then maybe put my, look how they show up so nicely on the black. You put them off to the sides. This could also be black. That could be really cool. And you could stamp this in maybe purple, maybe the light purple. But anyway, I think this is a possibility. I'm going to do this another way and put basically the opposite. Like I've done with all of these I've been showing you, just kind of doing the opposite of what I was talking about. Now, in order to finish this one up, I would probably go ahead and add either the white or the new kind of vanilla-ish with black gingham in it, like a bow, or maybe just a tie. Sometimes we just use a tie and that can look fun. So like, let's see here. Something like that. And just kind of put it beside the boo, sorry. A bow would work too. And put it beside the boo and add a little to that. And then I would probably, to finish this off, I would probably use some black embellishments. Just me, but that's probably what I would do. And then why did I pick that up? It just made it a mess. I'm sorry. But there are a ton of different things that would look good. I wanted to kind of mention some of these. These are called the blooming pearls. There is some green in this that I think looks, my light may be too bright. It may be difficult to see, but this green is pretty creepy to me. And I think it would be perfect with our Frankenstein. I think it would really bring out his creepiness. Then this one, which is this is actually my gift with purchase, the Tinsel Gems 4-pack. I think this yellow would really bring out a lot in this. You could use the lighter. I think this is actually supposed to be a light yellow, but it would bring out the yellow that's in the backgrounds here. And you could pop those various places over the card. Let's see here. There's a couple others I was thinking would look good. I'm just going to try to show you the black. Gold could look fun. Even silver or some white shinies. But I don't know that I would necessarily use a lot of just the regular adhesive, like the adhesive dots that are rhinestones, because they're just kind of going to be a little bit plain. But like grounding this with some black dots down in the corner, I think would definitely be cute. And definitely on this right here, when you're putting your loop across and doing that kind of thing, I think it could look cute to just put some, 3 little dots on there. Will make all the difference when you're just trying to make some simple ones. Maybe you have several cute little trick-or-treaters that you want to make this for. A minimal amount of embellishments will have a lot of impact that I think would be enjoyable to see. I appreciate you all watching, and I'm going to have a lot of fun coming up with several different things for this for Halloween, I think, and for my classes. I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.